So you've created a brand new lead magnet, but nobody is signing up. I gotta be honest, it's more common than you probably think. Most lead magnets flop because they miss either one or more of these 5 essential steps that make up a high-performing lead magnet. Miss even one, and you might not get the consistent, high-quality leads that you need in your business in order to create predictable revenue and growth. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through the 5 essential steps in a very specific order so that you can validate and verify and create a high-performing lead magnet that's going to turn your audience into sales. Let's get into it. Now, the first thing that you need to do with a lead magnet is confirm that the concept is appropriate for your audience. Far too often, I see people launch lead magnets that are too closely aligned with what the business owner wants to do, rather than considering what their audience need or want from them. And if you go too far in the wrong direction, then you quite often see a low conversion rate on the landing pages and people aren't booking sales appointments after it. So what we want to do is find a balance between what's appropriate for your business and your service, make sure it's relevant, but also make sure that people are telling you that they want it. Now, when I first started my agency over 10 years ago, I decided I wanted to create something just off the back of what I thought was relevant. I created a Facebook ads guide in terms of teaching people how to use Facebook to grow their business. But I actually had a web agency where we built websites for people. So in order to verify and validate your concept, you need to have a good idea of what it is that you want to create. So your lead magnet could be anything from a webinar through to a personalized assessment, through to a free PDF or a checklist. But the actual mechanism and how you deliver content is less important than what it is. So for instance, if you've had lots of conversations recently with your clients about a problem that they're having, and if they could overcome that problem, they could fast track their growth or success. Or if there's a particular promise that you can tell them that they're going to achieve off the back of consuming your lead magnet that you know that they desire, then that's also good. The two big drivers of lead generation and sales in general are people who are trying to solve a problem or a pain that they're having in their lives, in their businesses, or they are after a promise or an outcome or a success metric where they can say, that's an outcome that I want. So there's two main drivers. And as long as you understand that and you listen to what your audience have been telling you through emails, through face-to-face conversations, through Zoom calls, listen to what it is that they're telling you in order to help them, serve them, and create a far better lead magnet. So you really want to listen to what your audience are telling you. Go back over previous emails, go back over previous conversations, look at call recordings, and actually try to understand what it is that they want when they initially got in touch with you. What problem did you solve that made them want to buy from you? That's a great way to create a lead magnet. Just looking back at the mini problems or the mini solutions that you have helped people with, and then use that in order to validate and verify that your lead magnet has got some legs. Focus on what people want and need, not necessarily what you want to sell at this particular point. Now, once you've done that, the next step is to launch an initial beta of your lead magnet. And the way to do this is by creating a lead magnet in the fastest amount of time possible. So that might mean something along the lines of a very quick landing page that you can set up for free using AI. As long as the copy is appropriate to the concept and the actual free gift that you're going to give away, then you can quite easily get this in front of some people. It's quite easy for you to post a beta test of a lead magnet on LinkedIn or send it to your email list and actually say, what do you think of this? Would you take this? Would you benefit from this if you weren't already on my network? So create something as quickly as you possibly can. I would argue that you should set yourself like a 2-hour timer and think to yourself, I'm just going to set something up as quickly as possible, verify that this is actually a good concept. So we've listened to what people say and what they say that they want and need in the first step. Now's the time to actually get people to fill out a form and actually tell you what they think. And people tell through their actions. So if people don't understand the promise or the pain that you've articulated on a simple landing page, then you'll get that data from sending them to this makeshift beta test of a landing page. And if nobody's filling it out, then we might need to go back to the drawing board to verify that the concept is appropriate or the language that you're using to communicate the concept is good enough. Because sometimes you can be a bit vague and you can be a little bit complex, or it could be a bit long, or maybe it's too short and people don't really understand the benefit in terms of opting in. If you don't do this right, people won't opt in. It doesn't matter that it's free, people still have to pay with their time. So it's very, very important that we test this in the DMs with people we know, like, and trust, get some feedback from people, maybe share it with your email list and ask them for some feedback. Again, the goal here isn't to get lots of leads coming in, it's to verify that people understand the concept of your free lead magnet before we go out to the wider market. So I'm sure you've heard of the term MVP, or minimum viable product. The point is that you want to launch something that's so simple and easy that you get some data back. So think about creating an MVP lead magnet with AI or a simple landing page builder just to test the copy, maybe some images, and to verify that this is a problem that people want to solve, or it's a solution that they want in their lives, in their business. Now, the next step, once you've got some important information about how people are engaging with your test lead magnet, now's the time to focus on building something that looks good. So taking all of your branding into account, creating something that's going to complement your business and become more of a business asset, presentation matters. So you've already got the verification that the copy that you've got on your landing page works. Now's the time to make it look good and really showcase your experience and your authority. So there's a few things you can do. You want to add your colors, your branding, and your logo, and make sure that it looks good in reference to the rest of your branded assets online. Once you've done that, you want to add images of yourself. This is a big thing that people forget. Your lead magnet landing page, it's not just about the freebie anymore. Once you start sharing this on social media, people want to know that there's a person or there's an authority behind it. They don't just want a faceless organization to send them a faceless report or faceless lead magnet. They want to know that there's a person that's created this. And this is where most coaches and consultants and service providers can showcase themselves, either speaking on stage, running a little workshop, or maybe holding a copy of their book to elevate your personal brand and elevate your authority with that visitor. The more that people can buy into people, the easier it is for you to convert them into a lead and then eventually into a sale. So once you're happy and you've spent a couple of days building something that looks good, maybe you've got some testimonials on there from a few people that have verified, validated the idea for you, put a couple of faces on there to confirm that everybody's in the right place, summarize some of the benefits that people are going to get from taking part in this lead magnet, and make it stupidly simple that if somebody just enters their name and email address, they're going to get exceptional value in return. Now, once you've spent a couple of days maybe adding some extra styling and adding some good copy to it, you also want to think about elevating the importance and elevating the reward if somebody lands on this page. So for instance, you might say it's only going to take you 60 seconds. That's good. It's going to save people time. You're going to detail what they're going to get as a byproduct of entering their name and email address. Maybe you're telling people that they're going to get a little bonus as well. So there's plenty of things that you can do within your landing page in order to encourage more strangers to opt in and potentially become a super fan of you or become a client in the future. The reality is that this is the perfect opportunity for you to build that know, like, and trust factor with your audience so that they feel that strength and that connection with you so that you can take them to the next part of the conversation. Step number 4 is driving organic traffic. Now, it's very, very important that you start with organic traffic first, because Facebook ads and Google ads and LinkedIn ads, they cost a lot of money. So even though we've validated the idea, we've beta tested the concept, and we've created a really nice high converting landing page, we still need to make sure that we don't waste money. And at this point, that's where organic traffic comes in. So there's a few things that you can do in order to drive organic traffic. I actually recorded a full video walking through 7 specific methods for driving organic traffic that don't cost you a penny, and I'll link to that in the description below. So organic traffic works off the back of relentless promotion of your lead magnets wherever possible. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be helpful. It just means that I like to make sure that whenever I promote any lead magnets, that I'm confident that the lead magnet I'm sharing is being shared across the board. So I call this a signature lead magnet. And if this lead magnet is going to be super helpful and you're proud of it, then we want to get as much traction to this lead magnet as possible. That means I want to put it in the bios of my social media. That means whenever I'm posting on social media, I'm trying to reference the fact that I have a lead magnet. It means that if I'm being interviewed on podcasts or speaking on stages, I'm referring to my signature high quality lead magnet, trying to drive as much traffic as possible. It always makes me laugh when I see business owners and online coaches launch new lead magnets every other week in order to engage various different target markets. It's much better for you to take your knowledge and experience, put it into one super high value lead magnet, and then send everybody to that lead magnet landing page. That's the best way to verify and confirm that your lead magnet is very, very good. And at that point, you might start to see a few hundred leads come in, or maybe even a few thousand leads come in, and you're able to look at the data, you're able to review how they're interacting and engaging with your lead magnet so that you're 100% confident that this lead magnet is delivering value, but it's also delivering some sales conversations and some opportunities for you to speak to prospects about working with you on a long-term basis. Step number 5 is amplification through paid ads. Very important that we test it with organic first, but once you have enough data coming back to verify that this works and it works well, that's when you can use some of your funds in order to put money into promotion. So that might mean Facebook ads, Instagram, Meta in general. You've got Google ads, you've got LinkedIn ads, you've got things like sponsorships. And what we've done in the past is we've spent money on sponsorships at events, online summits. We've sponsored podcasts. We sponsored lots of places in order to drive as much traffic to our lead magnet landing page as possible, because we've validated it, we've beta tested it, we've improved it, and we've tested it with organic traffic. That means that we know for every £1 that we put in, we might get £3 back. And then it's just a case of scaling faster. But I would never ever spend a penny on advertising until I'd done those first 4 steps first. So there you have it, the 5-step blueprint on how you can create, verify, and promote your lead magnet that you can guarantee is going to be successful. The important part is that you do it in order so that you don't end up spending money or wasting time before you verify that this is a good idea and that your audience want it. The big win here comes off the back of listening to your audience. And hopefully you kind of work that out throughout the video, but you need to listen and pay attention to what it is that people are telling you. So let me know what you're struggling with. Have you tried and tested lead magnets that haven't worked before? Let me know in the comments below if you've got any questions for me, and I will cover them in an upcoming video. Don't forget to click like and subscribe so that I can let you know the second that we release a video.